In this video, I answer Google's most asked questions when it comes to cover letters. And if you're new here, I'm Raj, I work as a careers consultant at the University of Cambridge, and I've professionally reviewed over 1,500 cover letters. I'm excited to see what questions come up. Let's dive right in. How do I make my cover letter stand out? Okay, so to stand out, the first two sentences are absolutely crucial. Don't start with the standard opening of a cover letter that goes along the lines of, I'm writing to apply for the post advertised on your website and I'm enclosing my CV. It's a total yawn fest. Instead, make that precious first thing you say be about the organization, not about you. Example, say for a museum role, you could open with, I'm attracted to your Access project that's made over 7,000 museum items digitally accessible. Get to the heart of something they do that you find cool. That first sentence is a very precise compliment to them, to help them feel seen, to help them feel heard. You'll have given them a reason to then care about you, which is why we then get to the second sentence where you show your connecting value, like this. There's a parallel with my experience sharing research publicly on my blog. However loose the link is, you want to make some kind of link between that sentence 1 and sentence 2 to show how your value makes sense in respect of the work they're doing. This 1-2 structure is the best way of helping your cover letters stand out. Next question, is a cover letter necessary? Yes, especially when they say it's optional. And let me explain why in two different scenarios. Scenario 1, they read it and so get to understand why you want to work there, so that's great. And the second scenario, they don't read the cover letter, but they do see that you've submitted one, and they see that as a signal of your interest. It won't necessarily feel like it, but in either of those scenarios, you are a huge winner. I reckon writing a cover letter with your application probably bumps up your interview chances by anything between 30 and 40%. You definitely want to do this. Next question, is a cover letter more important than a resume? They are exactly equally important, and here's why. The first document out of the cover letter and the CV that the recruiter picks up and reads almost certainly determines whether or not you get an interview. And since we don't know which one of these documents they're going to pick up first, they necessarily are equally important. So you really want to be putting in equal effort into both. Next question. Should my cover letter match my resume? So this is another great question. The answer is partly yes and partly no. So let me explain. So one way in which the CV/resume is the same as the cover letter is because they're going to be referencing much the same skills, e.g. those skills are coming from the job description and that you're importing into both documents, albeit you'll write about them in a slightly different way because in a cover letter you can write with greater detail, you're writing in paragraphs. One way in which your CV/resume should not match your cover letter is in the fact that the objective of the two documents is slightly different. The cover letter allows you to show why you want the role and why you want to work for the organization. Your CV doesn't have that role and shouldn't have that role. Often I see people including a really big profile section on the top of their CV/resume, which kind of serves as a bit of a mini cover letter, and really that is not the purpose, nor is it optimal. Bottom line, your CV and cover letter should feel like they were written by the same person for the same job, but they should feel like different documents from each other. Next question, should my cover letter be short? Oh heck yes, definitely. No longer than 3/4 of a page, please. Most of the time the recruiter's mind is made up by the end of that first paragraph, and your cover letter really only needs 4 functioning paragraphs. Paragraph 1, open with something that draws you to them, and then show your connecting value. Paragraph 2 talks about the top listed skill on the job description. Paragraph 3 talks about the second highest listed skill from the job description. And the 4th paragraph is just a simple and short outro, like this. I look forward to talking further about this position at wherever. Short is very much sweet, and please no paragraphs with more than 8 lines. Next question. Should my cover letter be the email? So no, I used to get this wrong all the time. Your cover letter should be attached as a document rather than copy-pasting it into the body of an email. And as for why, well, you know that feeling when you open up an email and there's just a mountain of text staring at you, paragraph after paragraph, and you don't feel like reading it? Well, that's what you're doing to the recruiter. Right, terrific questions, one and all. And if you have a cover letter question that I haven't featured in this video that you would like me to answer, please put it in the comment section down below and it would be my pleasure to help out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. I'll catch you next time.